Alright, what's up guys? We're on the water. It's a beautiful day. It has been the slowest bite ever this morning, but finally they're coming around. I got two nice smallies in here. I'll show you guys right now. I'm gonna pull them out, pose for a little picture. Alright, then we're gonna keep fishing here and see what we can do.
So both these fish were about 15 inches. No trophies here, but a couple good fighters nonetheless. And it just felt good to finally start hooking into a few fish. So this was key for me. I'm using some scent and I'm putting in like the back end of the tube. And I'm running a Ned rig, Tube Z, I think in Canada Craw. And yeah, I'm casting it out there, letting it sink. And I found for the smallies, big pops actually worked great, and just dragging it. And what I'm doing is, I found this mid-lake hump, so it goes up to like 3 or 4 feet, and then it drops off to like 14 feet on some sides. So I'm just working the edge of this big hump essentially, and I'm dragging my tube from the shallow water down into the deep water. And yeah, these smallies were really honing in on the tube, and what they do is they'd hit it first and you feel it, and then give it another pop and let it sit, and then they'd almost always come back and smoke it. And that's why I was wondering if it's the scent that's really bringing them back, because I've never really experimented with scent, and I feel like it's making a huge difference, but it's hard to tell. The water I'm fishing today too is horrible for clarity. Very low viz. There's like some green algae on the top as well. So I was really focusing on working the bottom, and that was key for me on this day. So there we go, about another 15 incher. Not a bad fish at all by any means, especially for this lake. It's pretty small. So back to dragging the Ned. Still working that flat. Started to really get a lot of bites, which was great because, like I said, all morning it was very slow. I think I caught a few catfish, but no smallies. And this was at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun came out, and it really started to make a big difference. So, catching some fish on the Ned rig, and then I figured I might as well try and cover a little bit more water. So I picked up my deep diving crankbait, a live target, one of 2 deep diving crankbaits. I realized that. That's all I had. And you'll see what happens to them by the end of this. But anyways, I'm throwing that out on the shallow flat, and what I'm doing is I'm banging bottom with that, so kicking up all sorts of dust and dirt. I'm fishing a pretty rocky lake. There is some isolated weed patches and stuff, but for the most part where I'm fishing here, it's all rock. So I'm just banging that crankbait off the bottom, and the fish are coming over and smoking it. This is the biggest fish I caught of the day, and yeah, this one's right as soon as I started throwing the crank, and I found this flat. That was also key, is like location. And I'm a new boater, so I'm still figuring out, best places to fish in big lakes like this. I'm used to fishing the bank, so what I found is key right now, going into fall, late summer, is these fish, they like the deep water, like next to the shallow water, and they're sitting in the shallow water, which is crazy, because they were sitting really deep, 2 weeks ago. So they're pushing up a little bit shallower, and yeah, they're liking that bottom contact. So here we go, hucking that thing out. Wire leader. And bye-bye. There goes one of two. All right, so I switched up to my only other deep diving crankbait, and it worked. Hooked up to another fish. Now this one's not another Wellington, but still a pretty decent little fish. Getting hit on the crankbait is just awesome because it's a heavy bite. And that was a pike. That was a pike. That was the only pike I got. So I'm rocking my last deep diving crankbait after I lost that other one. And it seemed to still hit bottom at certain spots, and that's how I hooked into this last fish here. It's funny how much confidence I got. As soon as the crankbait would start smacking off the bottom and you could feel that, for some reason it was just really drawing the fish in. And yeah, they were eating pretty good. Really too bad I didn't have a full box of deep diving cranks, because I would have stayed out here all day. So yeah, you'll see coming up on the next cast here, I get a bird's nest, and essentially it ends my day of fishing. There goes my lure across the lake. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Sub up for some more videos.